Ali from Palau, Bula from Fiji, Hafade, Guam, Mariana Islands, Yakwe from Marshall Islands, Yorana from Tahiti, Kiora from New Zealand, Kia Yorana from the Cook Islands, Malolele from the Kingdom of Tonga, and Talofa from the islands of Samoa. Well, welcome back. It's good to see everybody here, and you have come to the Dr. T School Talk Story Show along with the Ukulele Dad ukulele class. But good to see everybody, and thanks for joining us. And we're going to do a couple of things today. We have a few announcements, and then we'll be doing our ukulele class. So start looking for your instrument because some of you have a tendency to lose yours. And we'll be doing that here in just a few minutes. But I wanted to start off this program today. Every week we try to introduce one of our beloved islands of the Pacific. And this week we are talking about the Cook Islands, everybody. Yeah. And you can see here in the chat it says Kuki Airani. That's how you say Cook Islands in the language of in the Cook Island Maori and Rarotongan languages, everybody. So very important. But let us take a look here at some nice pictures. This is the flag of the Cook Islands, everyone. So be aware of that. And then next we have just a scene from the Cook Islands. Very, very nice, beautiful islands. And then this here, we have an actual map. Yeah, let me duck out so you can see a little better there. But let me just talk about the different islands here. Yeah, this is interesting. How did that get on there? Okay. So let's try that again. Again, the Cook Islands, they are in free association with New Zealand, and they are located to the northeast of New Zealand between American Samoa and also French Polynesia. That's where Tahiti is, everybody. There are 15 islands. Rarotonga is the largest island, has over 10,000 people, and the capital is Avarua. That is the capital of the Cook Islands, everybody. And as I mentioned, they speak Cook Island Maori, okay, which is known as Rarotongan in the island of Rarotonga there. But yep, these are very beautiful islands again. And let me just show you another nice picture of that. Yeah, very nice, huh? Yeah, we'd like to be there, wouldn't we? But again, this is what I wanted to talk about today was the Cook Islands so that you can get to know all of the different islands out there in the Pacific. Now, hang in there for a few more seconds. I've got to share some more announcements with all of you. So you'll notice here in the chat, this show is brought to you by NPINE, the National Pacific Islander Education Network. So this is kind of the commercial part of the program, everybody. So hang in there for a few more seconds, and then we're going to go to ukulele class, everybody. All right. But this here is the NPINE website. So this has got a lot of nice pictures in here to take a look at. But I just wanted to mention we just had our 12th annual golf tournament this week, and you'll be hearing more about how that went. But we had 6 golf teams that golfed at Recreation Park in Long Beach, California. And then we had 1 team that golfed in Missouri and 1 team that golfed in Riverside. But yep, good to see everybody. And we ate lunch at the Greenfield Buffet in Brazilian Buffet in Long Beach. Beautiful. But this is another announcement I wanted to bring to everybody's attention here. It is time now to apply for our different academic awards. So we have a Student Scholar Award, Educator Award, the Community Award, and then Counselor Award and Attendance Award. So yeah, very, very important, everybody, to check on those and get in your applications because the deadline is June the 13th. All right, let us go over here to Facebook here. Have a few announcements here on Facebook. But yeah, there's me right there. But April the 19th, we had the Samoan Ribbon and Money Lay Workshop. So thanks to everybody that participated in the state of Washington. Very nice. And I'm going to take a look at our e-news here in a minute, but this event is coming up on May the 12th. And this is Dr. Palaita is going to be launching this event. This will also be in the state of Washington, everybody. So yeah, take some time to check that out. Also, June 21st is the Chamorro Day. This will be also in Washington as well. So the reason I share all of this with you is NPINE is a national organization, so we have a lot of things happening out there. And then I will be in Sacramento this coming Monday for the California AANHPI Advocacy Day, where we'll have a chance to talk to our legislators and talk about things that are really important. Now, lastly, everybody, thanks for hanging in there. This is our e-news, so let's take a look at that. Yeah, maybe we won't. It doesn't show up. Oh, here. Okay. But thanks to everybody that again supported us in our Krispy Kreme fundraiser. Island Grad is coming up on May the 3rd. It will be in San Bernardino, California. So make a note of that. Safe Schools Conference will be here July 9th through 11th in Anaheim, California. So come learn how to make your school safe and visit Disneyland. And I mentioned our awards, information about immigration right here. Yeah, April 15th, we had a very nice ukulele class. And yeah, we had 8 musicians there. So we had a very good time there at ukulele class. But yeah, these are just some of the other things happening. Beware out there because the measles is going around right now. So yeah, be very, very careful, everybody. All right. But I think that is it, everybody, for our announcements for today. I'm sure some of you were turned off by that. But get ready because I think we lost a few people because it's time for ukulele class. And let me switch my screen here so you can see me better. But everybody get out your ukulele and we are going to again share some music with you. All right. So today's song is a fun song. It is called the Itsy Bitsy Spider. But I like this song because it's a good beginner song and we're going to learn it right now. So if you lost your music, everybody, again, take a look here. In the chat is our Facebook group, and you can find all your music there, everybody. Okay, so here we go. So we are going to learn 2 chords, and again, chord meaning that's where we put our finger on the ukulele, okay? And our 2 chords we're going to learn are the C7 chord and the F chord. But first of all, take a look at the ukulele. Again, we strum the ukulele with our right hand. So again, you can use your thumb. You can use several fingers, 1 finger, but just strum. Up and down, that means strum. Down, up, that is a strum. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. All right, everybody. So that is a strum. And let me show you the first chord that we're going to learn today. This is known as the C7 chord. So if you look here at this page, the name of the chord is C7. Look up at the top. Each of those represents a string on the instrument. So S1 is string 1, string 2, string 3, and string 4. And again, string 1 is known as the G string, string 2 is the C string, string 3 is the E string, string 4 is the A string. Those are the names of those. Okay. And then you'll notice here on your chart, so this is fret 1, okay? So each of these sections is a fret, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the sections of the string. And then your first finger is on string number 4, fret number 1. Okay, so string 4, fret 1. So let's try it. First finger is on string 4, fret 1. Yeah, strum. Good. Good, everybody. And then our next one is known as the F chord, everybody. So if you look at your chart, your first finger is on string 3, fret 1, and second finger is on string 1, fret number 2. So first finger string 3, second finger is on string 1, frets 1 and 2, everybody. So let's try the F chord, and then we're going to play the song, okay? So again, first finger string 3, second finger string 1, F. Now get your first finger ready, and we're going to do C7. C7, go. Good. And F. C7. Good. So again, we're going to do F, and then C7, and F, and C7. Yeah, that's pretty much our song there, everybody. So look at the introduction. We go F, 2, C7, 2, F, 2, 3, 4, F, C7, F, 2, 3, 4. And from there we start singing. So go down here at the bottom, the ending, we have F, C7, F, 2, 3, 4, F, C7, F, C7, F. So kind of slow that real down there at the end, and that's F, C7, and F. So this is a fun song. So again, get ready and let's give it a go here. So we'll do the introduction twice, and then we're going to sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider. And if you didn't find the music, just look up here in the chat in our Facebook group. That's where you can find the music. 5, 6, here we go. F, C7, F. One more time. F, C7, F. Keep going. The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. One more time. The itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. The ending F, C7, F, 2, 3, 4, F, C7, F, C7, F. All right, how'd you do, everybody? Yeah. So yeah, that's a pretty good beginner song, and keep working on that. We have a lot of songs which only use these two chords, the F and the C7. So I think you'll like it, everybody. All right, good. Now, it is time for our self-care talanoa. So I'm going to share a thought with you, and then I'm going to share a song with you. But again, self-care talanoa, which means chat or talk story. This is just a time for us to kind of talk about some things. You'll see up here in the chat, I don't know why my nose keeps itching, but we have the CalHope live chat. That is one place you can visit. So calhope.org has a nice live chat. Also, we have the 833-317-HOPE number you can call, or the 415-609-2018 wellness number. So these are individuals that are trained just to listen in and to help you out, everybody. And finally, the lifeline 988 is very, very important, because if you're just not feeling very well, forget all those other numbers and dial the lifeline. So this is our chart that we use every week, everybody. This is to help us determine our stress levels. So again, we have the green level, we're doing good. Yellow level, getting a little tense there. The orange level, exhausted and ill. And finally, the red level. That's when we need to call the 988. So be aware of these stress levels. Very, very important, everybody. So here's our thought of the day, everyone. So here's how it goes. It is called making our own choices. Okay. So you said, what does that mean? Yeah, that's a good question. But we are all responsible for our own choices. And no matter what help we offer, we are not responsible to solve others' problems or control the choices that we make, that they make. So sometimes you feel like, oh no. So again, as we help our friends, seek professional help and advice, research emotional health, send your friends notes of encouragement, share humorous messages, make them smile. That's a good one, to make people smile. Encourage them to join a support group. And finally, serve them in a way that they ask for or agree to. So again, do your best to serve the people out there, everybody. But that's what I would recommend for our choices. Okay, good. Well, we'll come back with another topic next week. But let me see. Today's song is called Here Comes the Sun. Yeah, I hope it comes, because it's kind of dark here in California right now. Kind of foggy, yeah. But this is a song by the Beatles, everybody. Here we go. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, the smiles return into the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. It's all right. All right, everybody. Again, Here Comes the Sun. That one is by the Beatles. Pretty amazing. Well, let me share a little school talk with you, and then we're going to play another song. So hang in there. Some of you don't like the talk story too much. But I'm going to pull up some things for you to read too. So I know that's when I lose everybody. But do your best to hang in there. I just got some school talk for everybody. All right, so a couple things for school talk story today. Yep, aloha. Good to see you, Ditch Doobie at 235. Yeah, thank you so much. Aloha. All right, so everybody hang in there. I'm going to do some screen share with you. All right, let me see here. So this first one has to do with immigration and schools. And again, schools should be a safe place for everybody out there. They really should. So here we go. Let me share this thought with you. And again, this was also in our Enpine e-news, but refer to this information which talks about immigration. This is from our friends at the Asian Americans Advancing Justice, plus the California Department of Education and the Los Angeles County Office of Education. So good information there. Talks about the red card. So I talked about last week that some federal agents were denied entry to the LAUSD schools. Yep, they just showed up, and you can imagine what a traumatic experience for children. I mean, to have these people there on campus looking for them. But I wanted to share from Representative Robert Garcia. He's a member of Congress in the 42nd District in California. He was a former teacher. He was also our mayor here in the city of Long Beach. So aloha to you, Representative Garcia. He's working hard there. But he said something that's very, very important. He was also an immigrant, and he, again, came to this country. Um, and he's very, very concerned because he said he went to public schools, just like the ones that the agents targeted. He taught in the classroom. And he knows how important it is that students feel safe and secure in school environments. This was an article that he wrote for the April 20th edition of the Long Beach Press Telegram. So he said he has led 17 of his colleagues in Congress to demand some immediate answers from the Department of Homeland Security. And the schools that they visited in Los Angeles were overwhelmingly Latino and immigrant neighborhoods. So again, it's just a very, very scary situation. And as he said, no one gets a free pass when children and public trust are on the line. So again, thank you, Representative Garcia, for all your work. I was able to meet him, and we appreciate his work here in Long Beach. Now, the final topic I wanted to share with you, then we got a song here. But this has to do with, again, the Department of Education. And we've been outlining a lot of these things here, what the department does, and just it's pretty scary right now because they're talking about cutting back on the department. But I wanted to share something from the Association of California School Administrators here on the bottom. This was in their EdCal newsletter on April the 7th. Edgar Sasueta is the AXA director. And they were talking about DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And they said they will continue to support this because it, again, creates conditions for every learner to learn. And again, I know there are some in the federal government that don't like that term or they don't like DEI. But well, here at Enpine, we think about it as the following, everybody. We don't need any fancy acronyms. It's all about developing relationships with everyone within the village. Imagine that, everybody. So that's what we believe DEI is all about. And again, aloha. I am so grateful for teachers that helped me. When I went to school, I was one of the only Pacific Islanders in my entire school. And I'm so grateful for my teachers that reached out to me and helped me. They wanted to learn about me and learn about, where I was from, what I like to do. Because, yeah, I'll admit I was kind of different. And some of the folks said some bad things, my classmates, but luckily I'm tall. So I just stood up and they ran away. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But again, that's what I believe all of this. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, thank you. That's what it's all about, everybody. It's building up the village. That's what DEI is. So we don't need that fancy term. Let's just keep working with one another, building up the village and supporting one another. Some of you know my favorite teacher in high school was my Spanish teacher. And again, I'm a Samoan. And so they said, why? Well, my friends, she truly cared about me. Also my music teacher. Those two cared about me so much, and my track coach. But I was so happy I went on a church mission to the country of Paraguay. I lived there for 2 years. And when I returned from my mission, I was able to speak Spanish. Yeah. So I went to my Spanish teacher and I started to talk to her in Spanish. She said, oh, tears came to her eyes. She was so happy. And I said, well, you are one of my only friends here in this school, and I'm so grateful to you. So that was, again, Senora Emde. That was her name. All right, everybody. Well, that's my long talk story. But let me share this next song with you. This comes from Moana. Yeah. This is actually from the first Moana. And this is a song called Lomo Te Pate. So let me share with you what that all means. And Lomo Te Pate is a song which is written in the language of Tokelau. Tokelau is near American Samoa, where my family is from. And Lomo Te Pate means to listen to the drum. That's what it's talking about. Yeah. So in the island of Tokelau, they don't say aloha, they say malo ni. That's how they say aloha there on the island. But again, this song talks about the joy of music, the joy of dance, the joy of the drums. And that's what it's all about. Again, from the first Moana movie, everybody. Here we go. Lue, 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 lue. All right, everybody. So to my Tokelau friends, I hope I did all right, because I don't speak your language. But it's a beautiful language. And again, this is from Moana. And this song was by Talanga Steve Sale, Opataya Foiai, and Olivia Foiai. Yeah, Opataya and Olivia were also part of producing the music in Moana 2 also. So, yep, fantastic movie. Well, friends, let me share with you a couple things, and then we're going to do our final Aloha song. But good to see everybody out there. And keep practicing the ukulele. We want everybody to be able to learn there. I'll be teaching Aloha to you, Grand Master Ong. Always a pleasure. But I will be at California State University, Los Angeles on Friday, teaching some students from the LA Unified School District how to play the ukulele. So that'll be fun. But friends, again, we wanted to share the following with you. And again, today our topic was Kuki Airani, or the Cook Islands. So this is their beautiful flag. Again, their map, and also some pictures of the islands there. So again, so grateful to share this with our friends from the Cook Islands. But next week, we will be back at our regular time, which is 12 p.m. We're on Pacific Daylight Time right now here in California. So that'll be next Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And let me see, what else do we have going? Yeah, we won't be at the restaurant here for a while, but we'll be back at the Ohana Hawaiian Barbecue in Lakewood, California on, let me see what day. That'll be the first, yeah, Tuesday, May the 6th. We'll be back at the Hawaiian Barbecue. That will be streamed on Twitch, so you can join in. And then the following, let me see, we're there the first and the third Tuesdays. So on the third Tuesday, May the 20th, we'll be there for ukulele class, everybody. All right. Well, let me do our final aloha song for all of you. And again, everybody, do me a favor, take some aloha to the world today, because we truly could use some out there, because it's getting pretty rough out there in the world. But again, remember the Cook Islands and aloha. But let me see, in the Cook Islands, this is how we say goodbye. It is aere ra. Aere ra. That's how you say goodbye in the Cook Islands. It's very similar to the Maori language. They say haere ra, because again, the languages are related there. All right, here we go. Aloha from Hawaii. Adios from the Mariana Islands. Guam. Aloha from the Kingdom of Tonga. Airera from the Cook Islands. Airera from New Zealand. Aotearoa. Yakwe from the Marshall Islands. Le'ikun from Palau. Mothe from Fiji. Nana from Tahiti. And Tofa from the islands of Samoa. Again, from the Cook Islands, we say aerera and aloha to all of you. Keep spreading aloha in the world. We need a lot out there, everybody. It's through aloha that we will continue to build the village. Take care, everybody. Aloha.